my phone on real quick just to make sure the audio is working right. Let me get this up real quick. All right, there we go. Quick test. Test, test. All right, we are good. What is going on, everybody? For those of you who were waiting for the next RHRL race, it's tonight, and it's a good one. The Tennessee Whiskey 250 at Bristol. 250 laps of short track racing, and we got a good field for it tonight. At least 22 cars have made the field, with slideways and stiff for the biff starting on the front row. Nasformer and Asylums in third and fourth, and then Suspect Camo in fifth. And some notable people starting towards the back of the field, including the defending champion, Trippy Tricks. He will be starting 19th, and Cowboys in the 6th, starting in 18th. Again, it'll be very interesting to see some of these big guys starting from the back go up to the front as we are getting ready here for this race. It is slated to start around 10:30, so we are just a few minutes away. Before this race starts real quick, I will put in the W code in the chat just so everybody is able to at least use it. Here we go. Put it in quotation marks just in case. There we go. Again, that's a reminder. Use code SPEEDSTER on the W website, and you save 10% off on your first purchase. So again, we took a break last week due to the Daytona 500 race being there. But we are back for a few weeks. Well, I'll just give y'all a quick reminder of the schedule. So tonight, we are doing Bristol, under the lights. Next week, we are doing Talladega. And then March 9th, my birthday weekend, will be Charlotte. And then March 16th is Pocono. So a very interesting group of races that will be coming up on the schedule. It'll be interesting to see who wins tonight. We're not far away from the playoffs. Keep that in mind. We have 12 regular season races, and then we have 10 playoff races. We are on race 6 of 12. So we are at the halfway point of the regular season. And for those that have won races already, that includes Suspect Camo from Texas, Lyle Chat from Daytona, Slideways won, I believe, at Road America, Rybread, who won the most recent race a couple weeks ago at Las Vegas, and then Rodwave Beats, the winner of Michigan. By the way, just a reminder for myself, please interview Rybread when you can. I didn't get to commentate the Vegas race because, Heat 5 servers and my Xbox, so... yeah, just as a quick reminder. So we are getting ready here to start, just a couple minutes away. Dark Abyss, my co-commentator, my partner in crime, he will be here tonight. So that will be exciting. So we are just waiting to get the invites. Hopefully this one works. Knock on wood. Alright. Alright, so we are just waiting for the invite to hop in here. For those of you already in the chat, how's y'all's nights? I know a lot of NFL action's about to get ready with the off-season. Specifically, I know a lot of franchise tags have occurred, including T. Higgins. So we are getting close here for start time, slated around 10:30. Once we get the invite, I think that should be our confirmation to hop on in. But this will be a good one. If y'all like short track racing, stick around. We got 250 laps of it. Also, Dolly Dragster, thank you for following me, my man. Appreciate it. We are at 66 followers now, looking to climb on up the board. Pretty soon here, I should be getting my Twitch affiliation status. So that will be nice. We'll have some emotes for the chat. got a couple ideas in mind already. Okay. There we go. So they should be sending me an invite here any moment. Alright. So they are getting the lobby ready. So y'all stick around. We're getting ready here to start. This is going to be a good one. Probably one of my favorite races to spectate. Just because there's so much action going around. We got a good field tonight. Over 20 cars. As far as I know with confirmation, we have 23 cars in the field. And the guy who won the last race, Rybread, is starting dead last. So, if he wants to go back-to-back, he has to go from last to first tonight. And I'm expecting a lot of dumb stuff to happen. But we'll see. We will see. Let me go on ahead and see if I can get Mr. Abyss in here. Alright. So we are just waiting here for the invite, and then we will get this thing underway. Let me see here. Actually, let me see. I bet you I can see if they have the public lobby up. Okay, they don't. I'm just making sure. I saw that last time. I will just give a quick warning for those watching. There may be a chance that the lobby may lag. I know that's been a common issue, but at least as of recent memory, it has happened a lot more frequently. So if that happens, just know it's because of that specifically. Trying to get Abyss in here. My man's literally probably watching The Office. That's my best bet. Or something WWE related. Alright. Actually, you know what? I'll go on ahead and make my race picks while we're at it. When Abyss gets in here, he'll probably state his. I'll at least ask him to, but I feel like I know who he's gonna pick. I'll go on ahead and say my main pick tonight will be Asylums because he's won 2 of the 3 cup races at Bristol. And then my dark horse tonight, I'm going to pick Nasformer since he is starting up in 3rd, and I feel like with him being 20 points around that cut line, being above it, I think he'll do good tonight. He's got to have a good race tonight. From what I've heard, he's been caught up in some wrecks, and yeah, he's got to get that turnaround. I think he does tonight. So we are still waiting here for the invite to hop in here. Really should be any moment. Had a few late entries in tonight. And some had lagging issues, so yeah, kind of slowed things down there. All right, let me see if I can get Abyss in here because he's literally like 5 minutes late. All right, let me see here. 10:35. All right. Hopefully we don't have a 25-minute pre-race show because it seems to be a common pattern here. But we are still waiting for the invite to hop on in. For those already in the stream, I appreciate y'all hopping in here. Y'all are probably going to have a good race tonight. For those that are in the race tonight, I wish y'all luck. I know there's going to be a lot of wrecks, but it's Bristol. Alrighty. Let me go on ahead and turn the party audio on for ya. And I got to join this lobby too real quick. Oh. Nope. Alright. There we go. Alright. That was interesting. Alright, there we go. Alright, let me turn the party stream on. There you go. Alright. Alright, this one, you are good to go. I have the party audio on for you. There we go. Good sign. We are into the lobby. Oh man, I was about to flip if I couldn't get in, but here you go. They're warming up right now. They are on their pace lap. 250 laps at the Great Coliseum, Bristol, for the Tennessee Whiskey 250. Everybody getting in their spots. Abyss, whenever you're ready, you can go on ahead. Say what you think's going to happen here tonight, because I'm sure there's going to be some chaos. Looks like we are backing out.
No, okay, I'm back.
What I'm saying.
Oh.
Yep. Lobby did not work for the first attempt.
All right, people. All right. Okay, now everything's good. Okay. So you asked me what I think is going to happen tonight. Pretty simple answer. We're going to have some fun. There's going to be some bumping. There's going to be some scooting. I have been in these races with these guys before. I think one of my last starts was at Bristol. Not in these cars, but I had a decent car there. Kind of made a mess with the lead at the end before I lagged out. But I'm looking forward to where's my starting grid here.
Starting grid's in the updates. They did before race qualifying today.
All right, let's see. There's one name, and it's Asylum's in the 16. He's starting fourth. He's gonna be a dangerous threat. Okay, Sideways is gonna be a threat. Sammy's gonna be a threat. Hopefully, he doesn't goop up like he's done the last couple of races I've been watching him. Trippy, he's a decent threat here. I'm seeing a lot of threats mixed and matched in this field. I can't pick a favorite.
I feel like the favorite's gotta be Asylums. I already mentioned that he won 2 of the 3 Cup races at Bristol. And then for my sleeper pick, I already said it, but I picked Nasformer as my sleeper. Starting up there towards the front, doesn't have to worry about, having to go from the back to the front. Just in case if something happens, he won't be involved in it. I think he'll have a good race tonight.
Yes, indeed. If you take it Asylums, who am I gonna stick with? I'm gonna stick with the guy that's going from the 19th position. I'm going with Trippy Tricks, our defending series champion. That's who I'm going with. my sleeper, is if this thing goes a long distance, no caution fest, no nothing, the saving game might be a little bit important tonight. I'm not sure. I haven't seen the settings for today's race, but I'm gonna go, if there's any saving involved, I'm gonna go Sammy Boy in the 31.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on ahead and check the settings here real quick. So yeah, it is on times 3 where fuel expected to be around 57 laps before making a stop. 250 laps. All flags are on, including relaxed yellows, and the draft is set on low. So there is that.
And we
All
actually
right.
have 23 cars in this field supposedly today, meaning we will have at least, I think, 2 people in pitting on the backstretch. Meaning, if we do get green flag pit stops, meaning they need to know where they're going if they have a green flag pit stop, which is going to be interesting to watch.
Yeah. Also, remind me at the end if I'm still here, because the last race that they did, I couldn't get the commentate, wouldn't let me in. But Rybread won Vegas, so I still got to interview him. And he's actually starting 23rd tonight.
You know, getting ads for Fanatec, it's getting old. It's getting a little old. Fanatec shifter.
Looks like I got in. We are good tonight. Thank Lord.
All right, and people, let's talk about strategy here. All right, we have 50 laps, meaning 2 stages on, meaning 2 laps, meaning stage 1, stage 2 might be 25 laps. I could be wrong on my math, people. Don't quote me on it. I've never been good at math. 25, something else. But what's going to be key because of that 3 times wear is saving your tires early, meaning this first stint, I would not want to be pushing my tires. I'm going to relax. I'm going to let that guy that's going to battle me, he's going to go. I'm going to let him go away and let my car come to me. That's the name of the game tonight. Are you going to push early to fall back late? Or are you going to fall back late to push forward later?
Yeah, they're trying to get in their spots right now, hoping this attempt works. This is our second attempt. Another thing that's going to be key tonight, I know they've mentioned it earlier, but with there being more than 20 cars, some people can't take the preferred pit line that they would want to go into. Obviously, there's one on the front stretch, there's one on the back stretch. You know, it's important for them to realize where their pit stall is so that they don't go into the wrong part of pit road.
Which actually, we're going to go to a blast from the past. If anyone remembers in East Spark a couple of years ago, we did have a race here, and we did have one driver that had to pit on the backstretch. He didn't notice that until we had a green flag pit stop at the end of the race. So this is going to be smooth as we come to green.
All right, we're going to go on board here with the third place starter, Nasformer, as we look on from the back of the field here. We are racing at Bristol. The Tennessee Whiskey 250 is underway.
Good start by OK Sideways into turn 1. Oh, OK Sideways is lagged out. OK, the leader has lagged out. I believe they're still going to keep on going, though.
Nope, he is still in the lobby. Yeah, Sideways is still in there. He just twitched a little bit as he leads lap 1, while Nasformer putting up a fight here with Stiff for the Biff for that second spot.
Oh, car turned in the corner. That is going to be the 4.
The 4 of Hershey Old making his first start around early. See him there entering 4 now. But looking on back here towards the front, Suspect Camo on the outside of Naz for third. Meanwhile, behind the 3, Asylums battling for that 5th spot with the 22.
And again, you're going to have to pick your battles here. What do you want to do? If I'm one of these top 3, top 4, top 5, I'm straightening out. I don't want to battle right now. That 22 of Kevin right there, he is battling with a song that's going to wear out his tires a little bit more. He needs to be aware of that 3 times wear. You're going to wear out those tires like they were on lap 4, and it's just not going to be great. Right now, they're single file, but look at the different lines we're going here. The top 4 leaders all race. That as we have a battle for the lead in the turn number 1.
Yeah, suspect camo. He has climbed his way up towards second place, trying to clear the 44, and he does. So suspect up to second, 44 down to third. This battle for fifth here still going on. 16 now on the outside of the 22. This should be his opportunity to get the spot. And he does. 22's around. The 22 of Kevin Yu hits the apron, and around he goes. And he spins again in the pit road.
Not the start to the race he needed. People, you got to remember, you have to be careful coming off of turn number 2 and turn number 4. Because right now, if you hit the apron just enough, you will go spinning, no saving the car, and that is going to hurt your races. Right now, Kevin Yu is now right in front of the leaders. He needs to put down perfect laps, but those tires are very exhausted after that spin.
He's going to have to hope for a caution. Meanwhile, while all that was happening, suspect camo took the lead away from Slideways. So the 19 is now in front. 43 in second. And you see it single file all behind him. A new player here towards the mix, running around that 6th spot, is Sammy Boy, your sleeper pick. Right behind the 16.
And again, I told you, it's going to be a come and going game right now. Right now, if I'm second, third, fourth, fifth, I'm relaxing. First place, he can put down as many laps of he as he can. But right now, if I'm the 31, he's taking position so he can try to defend later on in the stage. That's pretty much what their strategy, I think, is going to be. Oh, as Sammy hits, it's the 44 hits the 16. That's going to clog them up into turn number 1 and 2.
Oh, car round on the backstretch. That's the 78, I think. That might be Toby Welsh. Gonna get confirmation here real quick. And it was. Toby Welsh was around on the backstretch right in front of the leaders. He has a lot of front end damage. Meanwhile, second on back is just all scattered together. They're about to go 3 wide here at the rate where things are going.
3 wide is not the best of ideas if you want to make it around another lap, as Sammy Boy almost in the wall. They're 3 wide coming off of turn number 2. They figure it out, but Sammy's trying to go 3 wide for second. But right now, those 2 Chevys, first, second, and third, are battling hard. Here comes Asylums to second, as here comes Sammy Boy trying to follow through.
Yeah, there was a close call with the 14 and the 3. The 14, one of the open team cars that made the field tonight, making his first start this season, trying to prove his point on why he is meant to be here. So right now, he's towards the back half of the top 10, battling with the 44 contact, and they keep it going. Meanwhile, suspect Cambo, he left the building. He's basically on the other side of the track.
Which right
he's
now,
pulled away by at least a good 4 or 5 seconds over second place.
Which right now, if you're him, you're loving this view. You're loving the battle because they're wearing out their tires. He can set his own pace at a comfortable, respectable distance. He can just relax. He has at least a 2 to 3 second gap, but right now, Asylums is trying to get a rhythm, but he has a wealthy, good challenger in the 16 behind him. Sorry, the 31 behind him. My bad. Wrong numbers, people. But right now, that's really in the game. If I'm Asylums, do I have the pace to keep him behind me for this entire long run? If I say no, I'm gonna let him by and just save my tires. Hopefully that 19 is using up too much of them, and I can somehow track him down. But right now, from both on back, it's like a cluster fest back there.
Yeah, looking on with the 18 towards the middle of this pack. That's probably the worst place where you want to be, as there are at least double file, 3 rows deep, 6 in the wall. That's Cowboys. He started all the way back around that 18th, 19th place range, trying to slowly get his way up there. So far, he's able to do so without getting into trouble. Looking on with the 16 and the 31. They pulled away from the rest of the field, but they are about to have a battle here for second place, as Asylums and Sammy Boy having a good start.
Sorry, my audio's kind of gone, but sorry. But I guess indeed, as you're watching that, the battle between second and third, that's going to be a great one to watch all race long, because I think one of those two might have a card to beat the 19 early, but right now they're having a fun time battling each other. As the 44 and the 14 as the 3 goes around and moves up to turn number 2.
Yep, the 3 car of Nasformer. There you see him off the pace. Already back up to speed, but a tough break for the 3 after starting in the top 3 this race. And he sees that whole cluster of cars ahead of him. So we'll see if the 3 car can get back up there. He has no fear, though, of being lapped. He was able to recover quickly.
It's just all on how you recover. That's really it. But right now, I'm looking at Kevin Yu doing a fantastic job. Who got loose off of turn 4. They're doing a great job staying in front of the 19, which means Kevin, you can get a caution here and work his way up to the back. That might be a great challenger in the 22. Just what if he didn't make that mistake trying to battle against Asylums? That 22 car could possibly be leading this race right now. That's what I'm seeing out of this car.
Yeah, battle for 4th, stiff for the 5th. The 14 driven by Mama. Do you got money? I'm just going to call him Mama at this point because Mama is hauling, going on that inside, trying to get by the 44, but stiff for the 5th. Riding that outside line very well as the 44 clears the 14 for the spot. Looking on with CCDN, now looking to get into the top 5. Battling with Slideways, and look who's behind him. The 6 of Cowboys has already gained over 10 spots since the start of the race. He is flying through the field.
But guess what? Back up at the front of the field, we have a brand new challenger in the 2nd position, and he is hauling away from an Asylum. That's Sammy Boy, my sleeper pick, people. I pick him when I pick him. Right now, he is up to 2nd and is hunting for that lead. But right now, he needs to pull away. But again, if I'm Sammy Boy, if I'm Asylum, you have a good gap behind you. Those cars are battling. Just settle in. Hit your lines. Do not make a mistake. Just click off some smooth lap time. And you might just be in this race in the long run, but right now, stage 1, I believe, might have. I don't know how many laps are in stage 1. I'm just guessing, probably not halfway.
Unfortunately for the 22 of Kevin Yu, he got lapped. So he is now the first car 1 lap down. Toby Welsh also got lapped. So right now, the 22 holds the lucky dog position. Meanwhile, looking towards mid-pack, 17 went under just for a moment, but he was able to recover. Very critical not to go too low, because if you do, you are going to spin out, and there may be a chance where you go into pit road. As looking on right now with the 18 trying to navigate his way through the field, battling with the 50. 50 car right now on that outside line, using that momentum from the high line and the draft from the 7. And the 50's going to hang on for now, as now Cowboys on the attack with Slideways. They're side by side here for the spot.
And even the 7's not going to have the corner speed off. Cowboys takes the spot. For now, sets his eyes on the guys in front. Oh, it's a
14 ground!
14 spins.
Mama has a problem in turn 2, and unfortunately, he's not only going to lose all those spots, but he might be in danger here of not getting his lap back, because he's already lapped by the 19, and he's behind the 22.
That is going to sting for a minute, but now he needs to understand that is what it takes to run up front here at Bristol. You're on the edge. You need to hit the lines. You need to get clear when you can get clear, but now his battle is with the 22. He needs to be perfect. He just needs to be there, be in reach of contact, and know when that stage ends, or hopefully be at the right time of caution to get his position and get that caution, get that lucky dog. But right now, it looks like the 22 has not left that 19's bumper. I mean, that 22 still has some speed, but does the 14 have the speed of the 19 and the 22? I don't think he does.
He does have a competitive car. He was in the top 5 for a good portion, as we had a close call just now with the 43 and the 38. They were lucky enough to save it. But yeah, the 14 wrecked out of what was 4th place. So I wouldn't be shocked if the 14 stays with him, but we'll see how much that affected his tires. As meanwhile, the 6 car of Cowboys battling with Stiff for the Biff. I believe this is now for 4th. He got a lap car ahead. That's Toby as he hits the wall.
Yes, indeed, Cowboy. Running that low line better than I've seen anyone ever really do it. Usually the main line is that high line. You get a good momentum off the corner, and he takes it. But right now he's running that low line knowing how to use it well, and he's using it to perfection right here as he gains, trying to take over fourth place.
So, for those of you unaware with Cowboys, he is the first driver in the point standings that does not have a win this season. He is 101 points ahead of the cut line. So Cowboys very good in terms of points, but he wants to get that win and lock himself in. That would immediately put him up to the top seed in the playoffs if he wins tonight. Same can be said with drivers such as the 66 and the 51 of Yoshi Ryak, the 8 of Ryebreds around. The 17 of Steel Nipples, and the caution has come out.
And guess who gets his lap back? The 22 of Kevin Yu.
And tough break for the 14 because he sees the back end of that 22 car, and he knows that was the difference in him getting his lap back and the 14 staying a lap down.
So now he has to hope for another caution just to get that 14 back on. But right now, Kevin Yu is celebrating that car. He's like, thank God, now I can get some adjustments in. This is going to be your adjustment time. This is going to be, what are you going to do? Fresh tires, a must. Half a fuel tank, maybe. That's what you're going to do. But really, those 4 tires, get your adjustments in, people, because this is where it's going to get a lot more fun.
Speaking of a lot more fun, we got less than 15 to go here in the first stage, so maybe it won't be that bad for the 14. We'll see. On board with the 16, we're back green.
Yes, indeed, as we go into turn 1, looks like this 19 of Camo is going to take the lead. They're going to right now. It is a battle. Here comes the 6 of Cowboy.
Oh, car around in the back. That's the 4 again.
As they keep
Hershey
it green.
around for the second time. We're down to 11 to go.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, look, the 16 of Cowboy did hit the nose here. He comes. He's looking really. He wants another stage win. He's been looked down upon. He's been finishing second, third, fourth all season long. He wants his crown. He wants his first win. Well, right now the 19 has won, I think, 4 or 5 stage wins.
Oh, big lag in the back.
As they go into turn
lagging
3.
bad, just as the report. That may have been the 34. Yeah, that was the 34 of Tyreek Speed. That was a little bit of a teleport, but he is fine. We're down to the final 9 laps. Oh, contact bombing! Saves it, but someone else does it. The 12 into the inside wall. Don Polo took a shot in another car hard. Lyle chats around.
They are still green. And we have a 3-car breakaway for the stage win with 7 to go.
Lyle was able to keep it going, but he has some front-end damage. Good recovery for him at the least. Meanwhile, looking on with the leader, Suspect Camo. He's got a rear view full of the 6, but don't count out Sammy Boy for what could be a chance at a stage win.
Disney, as they come to, I believe I'm not wrong, 5 to go right here. This is the battle. How aggressive do you want to be for stage points? How aggressive do you want to be? Right now, this is it. As Cowboy is trying to find a way. He needs to run that lower line, but I think he's adjusting to run that higher line as Sammy Boy gets a little bit loose off turn 4. But right now, he's pretty much the first seat to watch who's winning this stage.
Yeah, we'll see if the 6 car can get close enough to him. It seems like in turn 2, the 6 car is very close to him, but he backs off. The 19 just gets a good launch off of 2. As the 31 losing a little bit of time here, we're down to the final 3 laps. When they get to the line, there'll be 2 to go. There he goes, 6 car trying to look inside, but he can't stay next to him. Here we go, a couple of laps to go here in stage 1.
Looks like he rotates better, but the 19 has a better exit speed. That is a dangerous combo to battle. Here comes the 6. He has a great entry. Rotation not there. 19 keeps the lead.
Here we go. We're on the last lap here as they're about to enter the backstretch for the final time. Will the 6 car apply the bumper to the 19? Lap car ahead.
He blocks.
19 goes low. 6 car trying to get anything he can get, but it's too late. Suspect wins the opening stage at Bristol.
Nothing but pure domination in that stage. I think that's his 5th or maybe 6th stage win of the year, if I'm not wrong.
And looking at the top 4 drivers, the 44, you see him there in 4th, Asylum's in 5th. Sammy Boy needed that one really badly because he entered tonight tied for the final spot. And he currently is now above that cut line, and he should gain a ton of ground. Stiff for the Biff, who got 4th, entered this race 5 points above the cut line. So good run for the 31 and the 44. We'll see if they can keep it up here going into stage 2.
Yes, indeed. Here we go. No real movers inside of the top 4, really. No one really moving around as they come to green to start stage number 2. 19 has a great launch. The 6 needs to have a great entry to turn number 1. Doesn't look like 19 defended, taking a head point off of turn number 2 as they hit into 3. The 6 is, I'm telling everybody to let loose. Don't drive off. Just let the car come to you as they complete lap 1 at stage number 2.
Yeah, they have 57 laps here in this second stage, so we still got a ways to go. Look at the back end of this pack. 3 wide, the 18 to 7 and the 99. 18 gets walled. Air just calls, had a little bit of help there. Still looking on a lot of double wide action.
Yes, indeed, but guess who?
Oh! Looking on with the 3.
That's
good recovery for Nasformer. He was one of those cars that had a bad stage 1, almost wrecked it, but he's already back in the top 10.
Very aggressive racing here. The 4 almost showed the 22 in the wall. The 4 is everywhere. He is contact with the 17, contact with the 12. They're not having friends back here right now. Oh!
Meanwhile, the 34 and the 38, they're having a good battle behind the 3.
Oh,
oh, we got a wreck at turn 4!
Contact with the 4. 4 trying to get wrecked the 12 there.
78 around, the 14 around. The caution is out once again.
Again, if you didn't have eyes on that, that was the 4 and the 12 rubbing, pretty much making contact all down the backstretch. They go into turn 3. The 4 hooks it up the track into the 12 and made that caution happen. That, I hope he's going to the rear of the field or maybe even benched for the race, because that is unacceptable.
Yeah, Hershey making his first start this season. And if he keeps this up, I wouldn't be shocked if it's his last. The 14 car, the other SHR car making his first start tonight, also collected in the accident. 78, Toby Welsh just ahead. He was also collected. But here we go. The 8 of Rybread, the new leader. You knew what first place was like the last time we raced, because he won that race. We're back green.
Here we go. Great launch by the 19 going into turn number 1 and 2. He is going to take the lead away from Rybread. 19 back to the point. I think Rybread might have stayed out on some old tires because he just got completely smoked on that restart as he's letting the 19 get a gap. That's not what the field wants to see. But right now, I'm looking forward to that night. The 31 of Sammy Boy wants to figure out what is this 8 doing. And right now, because
car around hard in turn 3. Trying to see who that is. Someone took a mad shot to the inside wall.
That is the Lyle Chet and the 99.
Tough break for Lyle. I just saw it towards the back end. He took a mad shot.
Oh, 43 hits the inside wall in the stretch.
Yep, Slideways recovers. 7 has the break. We are still green after all of that. As Sammy Boy is up to second. Cowboy's trying to get by Rybread, but now he's got to deal with Asylums. As Asylums hits the wall.
All right, now you look Sammy Boy trying his best to get into the field of the 19th air. He is trying his best, but here comes Cowboy looking under the 8. He has the best collar on the bottom I think I've seen all night long. Cowboy might be the threat of the night, but right now Sammy Boy trying to find something. But again, loud chat, that's the lap car right in front of you. Huge nose, real damage, a lot of damage to that nose. As we look on back right now, it's pretty much pretty calm, but I'm going to keep an eye on. Oh, I thought I saw a hard turn. Never mind. But right now, I'm looking at the 22 slowly working his way forward.
6 car up to 3rd. Asylum's now up to 4th. Here comes Stiff for the 5th. Drive Red is trying to mind his P's and Q's here, trying to stay towards the top 10. Maybe a caution comes out and he benefits from it, gets that track position.
So what I'm seeing is I'm pretty sure he stayed on old tires. Everyone around him probably took 4 tires because of probably how you use those tires. That's going to be the difference. That's the difference between new and fresh tires right there, people. But right now, the 19 is pulling away from Sammy and is looking to go right back to what he was doing in stage number 1, and it's cruising.
We had a very close call towards mid-pack. The 3 got walled by the 17. And the 17 went down to the apron so fast, it was almost as if he was going to spin around. Fortunately, everyone saves it. Looking on with the 38, Bauman battling with the 22, just behind that 8. Bauman hits the wall. He keeps it straight, but the 22 does clear him. As the 99 of Lyle, you see him up ahead, right behind the 16. He has fallen a lap down due to that incident.
Yes, indeed. As you look farther back in the stack, there's a battle for the 3, the 14, or the 3, the 4, the 88, the 18. Oh, big old trippy. I got one who's going to get caught by the 4.
Oh, 18 into the 17. They all save it. Big loser there was the 18. As the 4 hits the 3. Fortunately, it was just a light tap. So Nasformer now leading this group. He just wants to get out of there before it gets a little bit more chaotic. As here we go, looking on right now with the 77, running behind the 50. He's having a quiet run. We haven't talked about him all race, but here he is in the top 10, trying to defend against the 22. Big run from Kevin. Going down into 4, and it's going to look like the 22 gets the spot away. So Kevin Yu marching towards the front slowly but surely, as he's got a little ways to go before he catches up to the 50.
3 wide off a turn 2. That's going to squeeze. They keep it clean.
Yeah, 99 of Lyle, he was the one that went down below the apron and let them go. But that might not matter at this rate, because there goes the 12. 18's collected in this one. 44 sliding, and the caution is out again.
I don't think there's any friends in the back of this pack. I'm just going to say it. I don't think there's any friends in the back of this pack.
And that's why you need to be where the 19 or the 31 is, running in the top 2. So here we go, getting ready for the restart. $19 on the inside, 31 on the outside. Here we go, we are back underway for the restart.
Great restart by the front 2 of Sammy Boy and Camo. Suspect Camo. Great start from the 31. 31 challenges on the outside going into turn number 3, but the 19 shoves it in. The 31 hits the wall a little bit. That's going to give the momentum. No! Still side by side. Suspect Camo leads that lap. Here comes Looks like Sammy Boy to the lead. Does he have him cleared?
When they get to the line,
No,
give
yes.
25 to go.
Sammy Boy
and
leads that lap.
Camo. Man, I thought they were going to touch that. We got a wreck ahead. 21's there, and he's ghosted. Looks like that's the 4.
The 4 gonna be friendly there. On a tight leash right now. That's gonna give Camo
Almost
back
hit
the lead.
someone else just now. Yeah, a couple other cars looks like got collected in this. Looks like the 78 of Toby might have gotten involved. Same goes with the 18 of Air. A lot of cars are out of this main pack, probably because of that wreck specifically. As here we go, battle for second. Asylums is there. Then we have our first DNF of the night, I believe, unless if he is in pit road. That is the 7 of Irish.
That's the 43 of OK
He is
Silage.
exiting pit road.
Is DNF'd.
Yeah, the 7 car exiting pit road.
14 in pit
Might have
road.
gotten pushed. Yeah, oh, another wreck. 43's around. Trying to back up, and he does, but the caution is out. So caution is out once again. I don't know who's going to get the lucky dog out of this.
I'm listening to the radios, and it's a string fest. People are not happy with the 12, 14, 7, 4. They're not happy with them right now.
As here we go, getting ready here for the restart. 19 on the inside, 31 on the outside. Keep an eye on Asylums and Cowboys in third and fourth. We are back.
Oh, the 14 doesn't go. That's going to screw the 78 there.
Down to 18 to go. Tough break for the 14, trying to recover since that wreck in stage 1. But here we go, side by side for the lead. Sammy Boy and Suspect. Going down into 2. Neck and neck here. They are dead even going down into 4 as Cowboys in the 6 was able to clear for third.
Sammy
And
Boy.
Sammy Boy in front.
Great restart by Sammy. He had it last time, but again, all that commotion there kind of screwed him over. Here they come. He finally took the lead. He's at the point. New leader, pretty much leading a second lap besides the 8 there, really. Next leader right there, but that's not enough. Here comes the 19 back right on the bumper of the 31.
Yeah, looking towards the back end of the top 10, start of like 11th and 12th place. One guy that was able to benefit from that caution was the 8 of Rye Bread due to that pit strategy he took, running within the top 10, running in 6th. 77 into the wall. Material 0 didn't have a good turn 4 there. And that's going to give the 3 of Nasformer the spot as they check up. And now the 66 looking to take that spot away.
Yes, yeah, I'm looking through the pack right now. I'm going to give a shout out to this 22. Or he's saying he is slowly working his way back up. The bubbles about to keep it burping here. This 22 is slowly coming back.
Oh,
up.
contact! 31-19, 19 looking for the lead! And he's got it! Camo back in front, and Cowboys and Asylums are there.
Sammy Boy isn't going to be happy about that.
To what I believe is around maybe 13 to go. Should be around there. Nope, we are at 10 to go. Now heading to 9 as Camo now in front, looking to sweep the stages.
Right now.
Right behind these guys, however, the 44, the 8, the 22, and the 50, all within reach of getting some extra spots here. We're down to 8 to go. We're on board here with the 31 running in second right now.
He is trying his best, but right now that 19 has a great turn entry, exit, and center of corner right now. The 31 just can't compete, but guess who can? There's two cars that look like they can, and that's going to be the 6 and the 16 right now are right on Sammy's butt. And he needs to find out some speed, because right now they're going to get a little impatient here, and they're going to try to find a way around him.
We got lap traffic up ahead. Looks like we might have had another wreck. One of those cars being the 34 Tyreek Speed. There's another car up ahead. We can't exactly tell who that is. I'll go on ahead and try and find out who that is real quick. Right now, the 17 car of Steel Nipples leading the second group, running in ninth, and then Trippy Tricks holding on to that final position for a stage point. As the 34 almost wrecked it again. Looks like the other car may have been Toby Welsh, and it is. Tough break for him, but he could still salvage from going another lap down. Meanwhile, suspect Camo.
4 got
inching
in a wreck
closer
right
and closer.
4. Oh!
Yep, there you see him out there. He hits the 78. Watch out for the 19. Just gets away from the 4. My goodness, that could have been disaster. As the 19 has the 78 up ahead still.
Oh, caution.
We are currently on 2 to
22,
go, and that is the
48.
stage-ending caution.
Oh.
Suspect Camo, the winner of stage number 2. 20 points from 2 stages for the 19. And as you said, there was a wreck towards the back. Trying to see who that was. I don't know if he had an eye on that. Free pass, by the way, goes to Tyreek Speed, running in 18th. So we will have 18 cars on the lead lap for the final stage.
A lot of arguments going in the radio tower. A lot of people not happy. A lot of talks. Ooh, as the 22 stays out, maybe gets a lead there.
Yep, Kevin Yu will lead the field of green with Camo on his outside. We're back underway at the beginning of stage 3, 124 laps.
22 fell back immediately, meaning that must have been a mistake. He meant to pit, and he did the respectful way of getting out of the way, and it looks like he's going to just kind of fall in it back. That gives the 19 the lead immediately back.
Looking on with Sammy Boyd now, back up to second, Cowboys in third. Meanwhile, this battle for fourth, Asylums and Stiff once again duking it out. Asylum's able to run that bottom line. If he can run that bottom line consistently, that 16 could be the sleeper. Although he was my pick to win this race. As close towards mid-pack, a lot of close action. But luckily enough, everyone has saved their cars. A slideways in the wall. Looking on with Nasformer in the 3, right behind this mess. It is calamity from 5th on back.
And you know who's happy he's not in 5th? The 19.
Yeah, 19, if I'm not mistaken, I think he was the one that started 5th.
He is. And he has been up front ever since. He is legitimately found his way to the front and has said, I'm going to stay here.
As we'll now shift perspectives, we're going to go on board here with the 17 of Steel Nipples. He was running towards the back half of the top 10 at the end of stage 2. I don't know if he was able to hang on and get those points. But there you see him just ahead of the 99 and the 3. Because now he's got to get by Slideways, who is having a massive problem in turn 2. He keeps hitting the wall every time they get there. Maybe just approaching that turn a little bit too wrong. Now looking on with the 50 of CCDN, having a quiet run tonight. He's been well within the top 10 for a good chunk of the races. We got a car around completely. That's the 78 again.
Not having the night he really wanted to. Hopefully he can find a way to salvage a night right now, but he's just not having the night he needs. As the 12 also having a problem coming into pit road.
Yeah, Don Polo might have gotten pushed down. Tough break. Oh, we got another car around, the 14 of Mama. One of those open team cars again, not having a solid night in his debut start. As the 78 gets out of the way for the leaders. So here we go, side by side, the 50 and the 38 will shift gears to them. Meanwhile, for Sammy Boy, look who's behind the 31. I don't know if he's on the lead lap or not, but the 7 of Irish is there.
I believe he's a lap down because he got, I saw the 7, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he was in pit road, but I don't know if he was lapped or not before that happened.
Well, he is falling back pretty fast, so I'm going to say at least he is not on the lead lap because he's just falling back quickly. As a caution, caution's out.
Yeah, caution is out. We're trying to see who that is. May have been the 14 again. No, the 34 might have been involved. 22 has some damage. So we'll see who gets their lap back. I said at the beginning of the stage, we had 18 cars on the lead lap to start the third stage. But tough night for some of these guys, as we are getting close to approaching the final 100 laps of this race.
Yeah, a lot of damage on that 43 car. Ooh, a Sammy Boy takes the lead off the pit road here.
Also, Asylum's restarting third. Here we go. We are back to green. As we currently have 107 laps to go.
Oh, wait a minute. Big. Oh, the 4 takes out the 12. Big.
And that's going to bring out the caution. And I start to wonder if that was intentional. If I remember correctly, these two went at it earlier in the race. So caution is out. And if there's anything that we've learned is that there are definitely some tempers flaring. There we go. They're lining up. Top 10 remains the same. No changes from that round of pit stops as the top 10 stayed out. Sammy Boy and Suspect lead them back to green.
And the 12 doesn't go again, screwing the 4.
We're down to 103 to go. We're going to go back here because the 4 car did get screwed there, but he's about half a lap down. Now let's see where the 12's at. There he is, currently towards the back half of turn 3. He is not far from the leader, so this will be very interesting.
Yes, and a lot of people are not happy with the 12 right now, so the 12 is not making friends. I at least guarantee a probational penalty, maybe even a suspension might be in order for that 12 car. Just not a good debut to the first race. I don't know what's going on with him, but he might not be a great fit here because he is just not having a great luck at Bristol.
Meanwhile, the top 5 have sorted themselves out very nicely. In fact, I'd say the top 7 or 8 have sorted themselves out nicely. One of the cars that have been moving up towards the field over these last few laps is the 18. He is in the top 10 now after having some problems early on in the race. He currently runs in 7th. Good run for the 18, the 38 of Bauman, another guy in the top 10. In 9th, and Trippy Tricks in the 66, just hanging on to that final spot in that top 10.
A down day for
Meanwhile,
Trippy.
battle for the lead. Actually, battle for second, my apologies.
Close battle
I didn't see
there.
Suspect Camo. But Suspect Camo trying to pull away from the 31 in the 16. They were side by side for second, entering the front stretch. But they were able to clear themselves out. But that 12 car is right there in front of the 19.
I know if I'm the lead, I'm a little worried. He has not played nice with the guys in the back. Is he going to play nice with the guys in the front? They're really, because the reason why he's there is because he just really didn't have any respect for his competition on that restart right there. Very tough to say, but right now I'm gonna go out and just say this might be a clean pass. I don't think he's any problem with any guys in the top 5, so he might let him go, but time will tell.
Right now looking on with the 6 of Cowboys running in 5th. Not close to the front as he once was, but still having a very good run. Currently getting some pressure from the 8 of Rybread and the 18 of Air Just Cause. As the 17 hits the wall right behind this group. As now Nipples is getting passed here, I believe, by the 22 of Kevin Yu. And the pass is not yet completed as they enter 2. Now it should be. So Kevin Yu gets that spot. And we're about 3 wide towards the back end of this pack. The 43 to 77 into 3 had a very close call in turn 2.
Yes, indeed. Looks like the club did get out of the way, but he is still kind of slow to merge on the field. Looks like everything's going to be okay there as the battle continues up front. Here comes Asylum to take second away from from Sammy there, right there. Now Asylum's back to second. Can he find the speed to catch the 19?
And he's got a little ways to go. I'd say the gap about around 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds. But it's still manageable. We'll see if the 16 can run him down. Right now looking on towards behind the 16. Mostly everybody single file, not wanting to risk wrecking themselves. We do have one battle though with the 66 and the 22. But besides from that, clean racing up towards the front. But Camo has another car ahead of him, and that is the 4.
Looks like the 4 is not going to get out of the way. Oh, now he does. He hits the wall hard to let the 19 by. Not as the best move as I would like to see it, but again, a good move to get out of the way as the 19 continues to pull away from the field.
So Suspect Camo right now continuing to get more distant from the rest of the field. As he has a lap car as a shield. But Sammy Boy trying to get second back. He has not let the 16 go. Entering the backstretch right now. The top 3 have basically pulled away from 4th on back. But the problem with lap cars could be developing here as we approach the back half of these last 100 laps. Looking on right now with Trippy and Kevin Yu, they've been battling for a good 5 to 10 laps, and they still haven't figured out who's going to get that spot.
Well, you know, that's a great point right there. They know they want to race, but they don't want to know who's a little bit faster. But right now, Cowboy not charging as he once was earlier in this race. He charged all the way up to 3rd and challenged for the lead in stage number 1 and in 2. But now just kind of falling back. Maybe the handling is going away in that car. Not a good adjustment because right now he's falling. Really not really going anywhere.
Oh, 18 of Air's around! Back up into the track. And everyone gets away. No, the 7's around. Might have hit the wall there. Oh, another car around the back stretch. And that's a caution.
Strategies come into the play. You might have some strategy here coming in soon, boys.
I believe Air was still on the lead lap when that caution came out, so that should be a good break for the 18. And he was. So Air is still on the lead lap at 19. Free pass goes to the 4 of Hershey. He was 3 laps down at the caution. He will now be 2 down. The 7 car of Irish was 1 spot short. He is currently 3 laps down. Well, here we go. Suspect Camo and Asylums. They will be leading the field back to green. As we are down to the final 77 laps.
Here we go. Asylum have a great run off of turn 2, trying to take the lead away from Camo. Off of turn 4. Camo, he's battling hard on that inside line, but Asylums might have the run here. Going into turn 3, they're going to still be side by side. Wait a minute. Looks like Camo leads that lap. I think actually Asylum won that lap right there. But right now, Camo...
Oh, stack up towards the back. 22's around. He gets pushed to the pit road. The 3 around. 17, I think, was also
Caution.
around. The 38's around. The caution is out.
Caution is out at Bristol.
The 3 got pushed down pit road. But fortunately for Nasformer, he will still be on the lead lap. He will just have to start towards the back.
Question is, who was first and who was second?
That'll be interesting to see. We'll give it about another 20 seconds. Here we go, back on the way.
Asylums led us back to green, but here comes the... Oh! I see the 12 killed himself again. Killed the 2 again. No, I'm wrong. Sorry, my screen is kind of glitched there. Ooh, contact between the 6 and the 19. The 19 is going to be not clear of the... Oh, the 16!
Oh,
It goes
Asylum!
The 16 comes back.
He does save it!
And they keep
How
it green.
in the
Never
world
mind.
did
Here comes
Asylum
the 16.
save it?
They're still keeping it green.
My goodness! And he is still around that back half of the top 10. Unreal save.
But that opened the door for Sammy to challenge for the lead here. Then comes Sammy trying to get back that lead from the 19. It doesn't look like he's going to have the momentum as the 19 clears. But guess who's come back up to the front? The 8 of last week's winner at Vegas.
Yeah, Rye Bread started 23rd. Now he's up to 3rd. Currently trying to get by the 31 for 2nd. He has the 44 behind him, but don't look now. That defending champion, he's been waiting on getting a win. He's in 5th right now. That's the highest he's been all night.
Well, the 17 back there, he had a little slip up in the turns 1 and 2. Not a great corner for him.
Caution's out.
Caution's out. I see multiple cars on pit road.
Yeah, the 38 of Bauman, I think, got involved. To see a lot of damage on his car.
I think I see the 12 on pit road.
Yeah, Don Polo.
Not a good night for Don
Irish in
Polo.
pit road in the 7. Free pass is going to go to the 4, so this should only put him 1 lap down. So 1 more caution and the 4 car could be back in it. Also, tough break for Cowboys. He lost a good amount of spots there during that green flag run. As here we go. It will be Camo and Sammy Boy. They will lead the field back to green.
Sammy Boy with a great restart. Again, he's been great on these restarts on the outside line there. Really, no one's really ever been challenging him. The 19 has really not been great on the inside line as Sammy Boy tries to take the lead. Here comes the 19 to say not just yet, but the 31 is going to take the lead immediately. As the 19's going to look back in, but here comes the 44, and who's come back to the front? The 22. I said it earlier, he's coming back, and he's finally here.
Yeah, the 22 now in fourth, getting right in front of the 8. Another guy that I just want to shout out really quick, considering how his night has been so far. How about the 14 of Mama Do You Got Money? Remember how this man was around multiple times during the first half of the race? Well, he's currently in 7th place after being multiple laps down, and here he is in the top 10 with a chance to get into the top 5 here.
Right now, it looks like that 44 is making up a blockade right in front of him. He's holding up the 22, he's holding up the 8, he's holding up everyone right now. That's a big blockade that he's currently having right now. He needs to find a way to stop the speed, or he's about to get moved out the way.
6-car Cowboys and the 18 of Air, they're battling for 9th towards the back end of this first group. Got a good battle for 11th as well, as the 50 car went under the track for just a split second. As we are getting down to it, as we got a wreck in the back, the 12 and the 21 hit the wall. They all save it. Oh, never mind, the 4 just walled the 12 intentionally.
Something tells me the 12 and the 4 aren't friends right now, but that's going to be held to the higher ups at the end of this race, people. But right now, we're seeing some great racing right now. I'm concerned. Casey has not found his way back in the front of Silence. He'll kind of wrecked a little bit earlier, but he has still struggled to find his way to the moving forward. He's still stuck behind Trippy Tricks. He's with Yomamwe, just kind of can't get past those two.
Yeah, meanwhile, Suspect Camo, he's trying to get the lead back as they get to the line. It will be 53 laps to go. Here we go. They're side by side going into 3. Camo trying to stay right next to him, using that inside line. Close call there. No contact. They're still good. As Sammy Boy trying to hang on. As we're down to 51 to go. We are about 4/5 through this race. And right now, it seems like we have a couple primary contenders running 1-2. The 31 of Sammy Boy, who started 16th in the points tonight. And Suspect Camo, the top seed right now due to his win at Texas.
Right now, Sammy Boy is trying to hold him off to get this. If he knows that he can get this way his season goes from being a really terrible start to an amazing middle way in, but right now that 19 is trying his best to use that momentum to carry off the corners, but right now he is having the stubbornness of Sammy prevail on that outside line. But right now what I'm also looking at is, again, that 44 is holding up the line still.
No, that's the 43 of Slideways. He's right ahead of this group. He was involved in that little scuffle with the 4 and the 12, and the 43 was the big loser in that exchange. So now it's going to be interesting to see how these two leaders navigate through. 19 lost to 31!
Huge contact there. That's going to bring them all back to the pack there.
Sammy Boy clears the 19, but the damage has been done. Stiff for the Biff. You see him there in 3rd, catching up to the front 2, and still the 43 is in the way. There he goes. He's going down to the bottom. He's not letting them go easily. Oh, he hits the 1919 in the wall.
These guys are throwing
And I know that
caution for the
19
wind
is
here.
fuming.
But they got one more pit stop. They aren't good to the clear. They got at least one more stop in them. I'm going to say at least 2 to 3 more. We get a couple more cautions. But right now, the side, but there's just not really a good angle from these guys right now. The only saving grace is that the 44 is just holding up everybody. So right now, there's no real worry for them to really like worry about the field because everyone's getting held back. Oh, the 22 spins again.
Kevin, you around on the back stretch as we're now down to 42 to go, and we have more lap traffic for the leaders. The 21 of GS Racing up ahead. We have a car in pit road. I believe that is the 7 again.
Oh,
Myers, 4 cars around.
4 came back up hit. No caution.
No caution from that. Oh, the 38 and the 6 had contact, trying to avoid the 43.
Huge contact there. But as we keep talking, the battle for the lead is strong right there. The bumper to bumper is still there between the lap cars.
We're going to go on ahead and get back on board here with the 19. Now on the inside, the 31, the 21 of GS Racing up ahead. These two just cannot get away from each other. Trapped in the middle of lap down cars.
Oh, it's not going to be. Where's the 21 going to go? The 21 has to go somewhere. The 31
is going to stay high into the wall and out of the leader's way. Here comes the 19 again. About to enter turn 1. They are side by side. 31's got the outside line. Currently, the advantage for him is just the exits of turns 2 and 4.
Yeah, right.
As Sammy Boy has re-cleared Cambo, but suspect once again going back to his inside. And look at all those cars that are ahead of the leaders. Not only is Slideways ahead of him, but look up ahead. There is about 3 cars right there.
And they're all battling for their own position. Now, oh, looks like Sammy's in the wall. That's going to give the 19 some momentum.
Oh, watch out. That's bombing. The 38 hit the inside wall in turn 1. He gets out of the way, but he's now a lap down.
And guess what? The 19, is he clear? He's almost clear. Sammy Boy.
Oh, watch out. Slideways is there, and he's going to hold him up.
Sammy Boy continues to hold up this 19.
Toby Welsh in the 78 up ahead. He is the next lap down car that these two will catch.
This battle is one for the ages. The 19 has dominated stage 1, stage 2.
Oh, contact!
Oh!
31 in the wall. Keeps it going. That was very close. And the caution is out. Caution out on the racetrack.
I kind of didn't want to see the caution because the battle between the 31 and 19 was electric. People, was electric. It was fantastic. It was going to be a fantastic brawl to a pit stop. But now we get to re-rack them, re-stack them, and send them into turn number 1.
So the top 5, Sammy Boy, Camo, Asylums, Trippy Tricks, Steel Nipples up at the 5th, Rye Bread, Stiff for the Biff, Air Just Calls, Mama Do You Got Money, and then CCDN. That is the top 10 currently right now under yellow. Because here we go.
Here we go.
For the restart.
Sammy Boy, Camo, front row. Camo didn't get a great start. Sammy Boy's going to send him in there. Here comes Camo on the outside, trying to regain the lead that he lost on the last restart. Here they go into turn number 3. Camo sends it in, but here comes Sammy trying to make an effort to come back. No. Camo back to the point.
Oh, we got a wreck in 4.
Caution's
38
out.
of Bombins around. Yeah, the caution is out. The 34 of Tyreek Speed, who was up to 10th on the restart. He gained 2 spots on pit road. He got collected. The 77 of Material Zero was involved. free pass to the 4, so he is finally back on the lead lap in 18th.
A lot of arguments going on the radio.
Yeah, from what I heard, the Las Vegas race had a lot of arguments after that race. That was chaotic.
And this one's a
Starting
little
to
bit
wonder
more.
if Bristol's got the same feel. Now, as a teaser for next Sunday, for those that weren't here earlier, the first race of March is Talladega, where you have to have friends in order to win that race. And with the way some of these guys are racing right now, it seems like that challenge is going to be impossible for them. So again, March 4th, Talladega. That's coming up after this race on next Saturday.
Here we go, back
start
to
back
green. This front row has battled and dueled many times tonight. The 1931 off of turn 2, side-by-side door slam. They go into turn 3. Still, here goes the 33 trying to clear the 19. It's not going to be that easy, but he does it.
23 to go. Everyone makes it through that lap okay, but the leaders are still neck and neck. Asylums clears to 66 for third.
Sammy Boy back to the lead. Here comes the 19 trying to find a way. He doesn't want to put the bumper to him, but I think it might need to, because I don't think this battle's going to be clean, and I love it. I love a little door banging with each other. That's going to be great. But right now, Sammy's doing everything in his power to lead this race. As here comes Asylums.
Car
as the 17
hard back there. 14, I believe, got into the wall, and that stacked a lot of the field up back there. I think he might have gotten help from the 6 on that, but they stay straight, and we are still green. Meanwhile, the top 3, Sammy Boy, Suspect, and Asylums, having a little bit of a gap over 4th place, running in the 66. Trippy Tricks trying to get back up there, but right now the top 3 looks like one of them may win this race at the rate where things are going.
Sammy is trying so hard to predict the line. He knows if he can give the outside line to the 19, it's over. He's trying to drive the same lane as the 19 to fake him out, but 19 is running the little bit higher line to the 31. It's really not been helping him. It's been pretty much opening the door for the 16 to come right underneath him and try to challenge for that position.
Here we go, 17 to go. It's crunch time. These top 3 know it. Everybody behind them know it. The amount of cautions that we have had over the last few minutes have completely changed the way these guys are supposed to race one another. Patience no longer a thing anymore. So here they go, going down to the 4. Top 3 still single file. The 66 pulling away from the 17, running in 5th. Battle for 6th. The 18 of Air just calls side by side with the 8. The 44 hit the wall in 2. He's right behind these 2, running in 8th.
Little door side on the 18. That's going to let the 44 get his nose damage as the 22 slowly repairs back into that battle.
Yeah, Kevin,
I don't know where to watch, man. These battles are everywhere.
CCDN and Cowboys duking it out for 10th. And it looks like the 50 car is going to get the spot. Oh, crash! 21's around in 4. He is ghosted. And he was already a lap down, so that's officially the end of his race. But look at the front 3. Asylums challenging Camo. When we get to the line, it will be 11 to go.
There's going to be a lap car in front of them. That's going to be the 21. What does the 21 do? But right, this battle between the top 3, I think out of the 3, Sammy Boy might be the slowest, and Asylums might be the second fastest, as Camo is the fastest.
Side by side for the lead.
Camo not exceeding, but that opens the door for Asylums to close that gap.
We are at 10 to go. When they get back to the line, it will be 9 to go. Who's going to get through lap traffic better? And will one of these top 3 make a mistake? Here they go down the backstretch. 31 still defending the outside line. He knows what a win would mean for him. Entered this race tied for the last spot.
Caution!
And the caution
Caution's
is out. The 4, I think, was involved in this. Same with the 77. Maybe the 78. They were going off the pace. And just when you thought that it was going to be a 3-car battle, we're going to have about 5 laps to go. And we're going to have at least 11 cars deep to decide this race.
Do you stay out? Do you stay out and not get fresh tires?
I would stay out. I would stay out. I wouldn't want to be back there with the way everyone's racing.
But is the fresh tires just good enough to get you through this pack in 4 and pretty much 5 laps? Or 2 laps? That's the question you have to debate right now. 2, none, or 4.
Well, here we go. Let's see what everyone did. And the top 9 stay out. The 14, the first car that pitted, restarting 10th. I believe he took 2. Here we go. We're back green. A couple laps to go.
Sammy Boy takes the sharp approach. He closes the door. He closes the door on the 19. Here comes Asylum.
Here comes the 16. Asylum's looking for second. 3 to go at the line.
3 to go. The 19's trying everything. He's led most of this race. He won stage 1. He won stage 2. If I'm not wrong, he did this in Texas. He won stage 1, won stage 2. He wants to get a second win. He needs
crash in the back hard.
There's caution.
And the caution is out. We are going to overtime.
What happened in the back?
I don't know what happened. They were going 3 wide, but the 14 was the one that smacked that inside wall hard. And a couple cars went with him.
Some damage on the 4, some damage on the 38 there. Boys, this is going to be a great finish. We saw an electric finish, and I think we're going to see at least maybe a 2 wide side-by-side finish here. The question is, who's going to have the better restart? The 19 or 31, or is Asylum's going to have it make it 3 wide into turn 1? This is going to be a great 2-lap shootout.
Well, buckle up, folks. It's overtime. Sammy Boy, Suspect Camo, row 1. Asylum, Steel Nipples, row 2. It is 2 to go. Overtime is underway. Going down to 2. Sammy on the inside. Trying to get a good run against Camo. Camo doesn't have a good turn 2. Just inches close. Camo in the wall. Final lap at Bristol. Here comes Asylum's. Asylum's looking to get second. A half a lap to go for Sammy Boy. Wrecking in the back. From tie for 16th in points to the newest winner, Sammy wins at Bristol. The 31 of Sammy Boy. The winner of the Tennessee Whiskey 250.
What an amazing finish. We thought the 19 had it. We thought the 19 was in cruise control. And then caution after caution after caution. It ended in the hands of Sammy Boy.
Wow. Steel Nipples 4th, Air Just Calls 5th, Kevin U, Cowboys, Material 0, Trippy Tricks, CD, DN, all in the top 10. We're going to go on ahead and get the top 3 in here at least, and also Rye Bread.
Okay.
Let me go on ahead and get these guys in here. This winning moment sponsored by W. Use the code in the chat, all capitalized, SPDSTER, to save 10% off of all W products using that code. Well, we're going to interview Asylums, who fell just 1 spot short. Asylums, make sure your audio is included.
There we go. Listen to this chat. It's pretty entertaining. Alright.
All
What's
right.
up, guys?
Not much. Except, well, we watched a good ending to that race. If you wanted chaos, but you were not involved in it, and you had a chance to win. But you got a top two. Tell us about your day, and what you think you could have done differently at the end.
I felt like I was about
Silence
the third
got
place
third.
car out of those three. Those two won rails. I was happy with third. I wanted to see those two battle out for the win. I'm glad that none of the problems were up here with us. Sounds like it's two different races from what I'm hearing. 'Cause we were having a good old time in our party, but it sounds like the chat's not too happy. But hey, we'll take a third. We need a good points day. That's a good rebound, and we're looking forward to next week.
So the next week for you is Talladega, and you entered today at least 50 points above the cut line. And with Sammy Boy winning, who was tied in 16th, do you think that is going to, change your strategy at all in terms of where you're at in points?
No, I'm pretty happy where I'm at. Now I gotta pick my performance up a little bit. It ain't the start of the season I've expected from myself, so I'm gonna keep on working on getting the better results, and I think we'll be just fine on points. But I know. Shout out to my team. That's 2 wins in a row. Good job, Sammy. You deserve that one. You finally won without fuel saving. LOL. Don't be mad at me. Yeah, I'm just very happy with the product we had up front. Camo raced great. Sammy raced great. People that showed up in fourth, Stiff the Biff, he was great. Still Nipples, or Miniker as we call him, he was good. Vinny was great as well. It was a good race up front, so we'll have to go through and see what happened in the back of the field. But from the up front standpoint, I think we put on a good show for y'all.
All right. Do you want to give out any other shout outs before we interview our second place finisher?
Of course, shout out to you guys for broadcasting. I know we've had a weird schedule to start the season, lots of off weeks. So I appreciate you guys showing up when you guys can to do this. Other than that, yeah, take it away, Camo.
All right. Well, congrats on your third place, and I wish you the best of luck for Talladega. All right. We're going to interview our second place driver today. The one who has had a terrific season in terms of points and with the win at Texas, Suspect Camo. It seemed like you had a perfect night besides that one spot. With your battle there with the 31, tell us about it.
I couldn't ask for anything better. Second place, and I'm not mad. That was an awesome race that I just got ahead on the stages and drove away. The shifter was a little bit more acceleration difference, but as soon as I could break away from Sammy, it was over, even with all those cautions. But once we kept getting stacked together, it was a battle between who wanted to be second for when the caution came out. So we bounced back and forth between that a lot. He was the best at it on restarts, first or second. I just couldn't get him half the time. But we ran a great race. We destroyed our cars. We were having an awesome time up there. He deserved that win. It was amazing to fight it down to the end like that.
Well, so looking at your season so far, obviously you're already locked in with the win. But looking on forward with the rest of the regular season, we got about 6 races to go. What's your goal in terms of these next 6 races?
Racing that 6 car. I got the stages here tonight like I did at Texas. I even mentioned it in the chat as soon as I won second stage. Hey, last time I did this, I won. Almost happened, but I'm glad I went out with a great points day. Just trying to focus on those that are actually in that hunt for it. I think it's me, the 99 and 6, I believe. He has it right now. I need to pick up some time on that, so glad tonight was a start to that.
All right. Well, do you want to give out any special shout-outs before we interview our winner?
Sammy, Asylums, 44 Biff, Cowboys, all those guys raced me up clean up in the top 5, so thanks for them for an amazing race.
All right. Well, congrats on your second place, and I wish you the best of luck for next Saturday.
Yep, thank you.
No problem. And now, our winner. The sleeper pick that Dark Abyss had before the race started. The 31 of Sammy Boy. Sammy, it seems like you had a terrific race as well, and this time you walk away with the dub. Tell us about your race overall.
Yeah, it was a great race, honestly. First and foremost, big shout out to Camo and Casey and the entire Team Dynamite group. I want to thank those guys just for keeping me in the game and giving me a fun battle all night long. Camo and I went back and forth, like he said earlier, and just talking with Camo, we basically treated each other like teammates the entire night, and I wouldn't have had it any other way. Camo did a great job. Casey did a great job. I just got lucky on that final restart where I bombed it into turn 3, just barely cleared Camo by like the skin of my teeth, and I might have nudged him. If so, I don't like racing that way at all. So I might owe him one in the future, but other than that, I ran as fast as I could and got away with the win.
So, looking at the battle that you guys had before the last couple of cautions came out, well, I would say it was like less than 10 to go. How would you have viewed your chances if we didn't have any cautions within the last 10 laps? Do you think you would have gotten that win, or do you think the outcome would have been different?
I think I still would have gotten it purely off of the fact that I had the high line, because Camo would make momentum on the inside, and then I would rocket off the corner and clear him. And then it was that game of cat and mouse. Camo might have gotten to my door. It would have been whether or not I misjudged my corner entry and clipped him and shot myself up the track is really what it would have came down to. Excuse me. But if I don't hit Camo on a corner entry and shoot myself up the track late into that stint, then I think I potentially win the race, regardless.
All right. Well, Sammy, before we interview the winner from the Las Vegas race, since I wasn't here for that race, do you want to give out any special shout-outs before we go to interview him?
First and foremost, shout out to Camo for giving me a fun battle all night and being good support. We bounced ideas off each other all night long, so huge shout out to him. Great racing with Camo. Hope to see him win more races this season. Shout out to my team, Know You Motorsports. I wouldn't be here without Casey and everybody, so big shout out to them. And shout out to my own team, Team Dynamite. Jaden ran up front all night. Gavin ran up front. Logan ran up front. Shout out to all those guys. And we finally got a win. I won one without fuel saving. So now everyone can hop off my back on that. And yeah, we won Bristol finally. 2 second place finishes and now a win.
All right. Well, there you go. Congrats to
I want to
you,
say something
I
before we
believe.
go.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. What's up?
I have picked Sammy like 6 times his entire season, and he finally showed up.
Thank
I
you.
can confirm he did do that.
My number 1 fan, Dark Abyss.
I have said he's my super pick because of strategy, and he finally shows up in a non-strategy race.
Yeah.
I just have to let that out there. Like,
Thank you, Abyss.
All right. Well,
Thank
congrats to you on your win, Sammy. I believe that is your 8th win, so you will now be tied with Toasted for 6th on the all-time win list for RHRL.
Oh.
Congrats to you on that, and congrats
Thank you.
to solidifying your playoff spot.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. I appreciate y'all.
No problem. And before we end the stream, I kept promising myself that I would interview the Las Vegas winner, since I wasn't able to do that a couple of weeks ago. We do have him in here right now, so Rybread, whenever you're ready, make sure your audio is included, and tell us about your race a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, at Vegas, there was a lot of high line, trying to stay in line with everybody, and I kept trying the bottom, and I could get even with the leader, but I'd get freight trained, by the outside line there, and come down to final restart, and I was able to kind of hold the 24 car down on the bottom there, and he ended up hitting the apron, and I got clear of him, and another caution come out, and I knew if I could get out front, everybody would be trying to run the high line to stay, like to keep their momentum up, and I just pulled it to the bottom and tried to pull away as far as I could on that 2-lap shootout.
And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that was your first RHRL win. I could be wrong on that, but looking at where you are in terms of the season, do you feel like that win is going to be the reason why you're in the playoffs, or do you feel like you were already playoff worthy from the start?
Oh, I definitely feel like I'm playoff worthy. I've got terrible luck. got wrecked at Daytona on the last lap. Michigan come back and had a good race, and just had some bad luck. Like tonight, I ran top 5 or 6 the whole race and got destroyed at the end by a bunch of bums. But that's another story. Um, but no, I definitely feel like I should be in the playoffs solidly anyway if I can get my luck turned around. Just like Vegas, I ran up front the whole time, played the strategy right, and I ended up winning. So I know
Yeah,
I've got it.
and if I'm not mistaken, you were around that fifth or sixth place spot like for a good chunk of today too. So I know that you've been running very well. If I'm also am not mistaken, Dark, I think you may have also had him as one of your sleeper picks for a couple of races.
I'm my sleeper picks, they show up when they want to, but at the end of the day, they just don't have the luck. I don't know what's going on with my sleeper picks. We need to get in a conversation with them because we're not doing well. I was happy my pick won tonight, my sleeper pick won tonight, but I picked him because of strategy and he won off of speed. So, so it's
Well, Rybread, before we conclude the stream, I do want to ask you on what you think Talladega is going to be like for you. How confident are you in potentially getting a second win there next Saturday?
Well, going into Talladega, everybody knows it's a crapshoot. I mean, there's going to be probably double file racing for most of the race. You're just going to have to pick and choose your battles and try to make sure you're in the right line there at the end and get the right push and make the right move. I mean, it's mostly luck at Talladega. I don't really care for the trigger plate races. I don't typically deal with all of them. I usually get wrecked or something, something crazy happens. But I have won a few. So, and I actually think, I don't remember if I won my dual race. Yeah, I won my dual race. Or no, I won something at Daytona. One of the preseason races. I don't know if it was a
Oh, okay.
qualifying race or a dual race. I don't remember which one it was, but I can get it done on restrictor plates. I just don't usually expect to. Just got to work with my teammates and see what we can do.
All right. Well, do you want to give out any special shout-outs here before we end tonight's stream?
I just want to give a shout out to Casey Asylums. He's hit me on his team this is the 3rd season now. And I ran part-time last year because I had some internet issues and I wasn't able to stay connected in the lobbies, but he kept me on his team, and now it's finally starting to pay off. I've got the speed back, from playing the game more, and then finally got my first win and looking to get more. So just want to give a shout out to him.
All right. Congrats to you on your Las Vegas win.
Thank you.
I'll wish you luck for the next couple of weeks, especially next Saturday, because it seems like that's going to be a luck fest.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem. Again, for those of you watching the stream, March 2nd, or next Saturday, we are heading to Talladega, where I am sure there is going to be a lot of chaos and a lot of luck will be necessary. And you better hope you have friends with you, unlike some of the people that raced tonight. But for those of you that stuck around and watched all 250 plus laps of tonight's race, I want to thank all of you for watching. Again, the W code in the chat, that will save you 10% off on your first purchase. But for now, this is Regular Show 48 signing out, thanking all of you for sticking around. And remember, raise hell, but do not praise Dale. I'll see y'all next time.